What's up YouTube? This is Daybreak748, and as you guys can clearly see from the heading of this video, yes, this is the top 10 video for the year 2016. So we're going to get started right away, and first I'm going to just give you some conditions that I've set for myself to make this process a little bit more, I guess, user-friendly. So there's going to be three conditions. The first condition right here is going to be the fact that I have had to purchase the figure in the year 2016. Now that makes a lot of sense, but just letting you know, there might be some older figures that might have came out in the year 2015, 2014, but I must have showcased it here on my channel in a toy haul video for the year 2016. So that is condition number one. Condition number two is the fact that I must have reviewed that figure on my channel. And then the last condition, it's not really a condition, it's just a statement, I guess. It's a top 10 video, yes, but it's in no particular order. I have some scale figures and some action figures, so I just wanted to showcase what figures really stood out to me this year. Alright, so starting things off, we're going to be taking a look at the Innocent Fairy Frisia, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She is a 1/6 scale figure from Kotobukiya, and I think you guys, if you've been with me, you know how much I love these fairy figures from Kotobukiya. I think they do an amazing job. The fact that this one right here was released this past year, she is phenomenal. I love that innocent look, that playful but innocent look that she has going on. But then obviously her apparel speaks otherwise, and she looks very, very sexy. The colors that Kotobukiya used, the sculpting, just everything about this particular figure has made it one of my favorite display pieces of all time. And so she had to be in my top 10 video. Alright, moving on to another scale figure that I picked up in this past year was this Angel Woman / Hikari scale figure. Now this was brought to us by the awesome people at Mega House and Gem Series, and it was in their Gem Series line. And I gotta say, I know this is an older figure, but man oh man, the nostalgic feel that I had looking at this particular figure, it just blew my mind, and it was just so breathtaking. And the fact that she's very sexy, Angel Woman, very sexy, yeah, that's just icing on the cake. But love the fact that they gave us both Angel Woman and Hikari, and they looked freaking epic together. Alright, and the last scale figure for my top 10 video is this Shinon figure from Fat Company. Now, as you guys know, I love me some No Game No Life, and the fact that Fat Company released a Shinon figure with all of the other characters as chibi figures, I thought that was pretty freaking epic. Not a lot of companies invest their money on other figures with their actual main piece. So the fact that Fat Company gave us these chibi-fied versions of the other cast members, I thought it was awesome. And the main figure, it's awesome. The colors, the pose, just everything about it looks great. So had to put her on my top 10 list. Alright, now moving on to the action figures. So we're going to start things off by taking a look at one of the lines that I love collecting. And if you've been following on this channel, you guys know how much I love this. It is none other than the Kankolai line. Now from the Kankolai line, we are taking a look at the AGP Bismarck. Love, love, love how she looks. She looks freaking badass. I love the way her hat sits on her head. The one thing that I really hated about this figure were these tiny, tiny hands. But once you get her displayed, she looks freaking epic. And I had to throw her in here because she looks freaking epic. Alright, moving on to another figure. This time, we're going to switch gears and we're going to take a look at another Digimon. And this is once again one of those older figures, like I said. It is none other than, you guys can see it, Alphamon. Now, Alphamon, he just looks freaking epic. I love the black and gold color scheme. I love his freaking battle axe, which is not on screen right now because it's so freaking huge. And he was just so amazing. I can't believe I missed out on them when they first were released. But hey, I got them this year and I'm so excited that they're in my collection. Okay, moving on to the next figure. We're going to take a look at some s.h.figuarts now. The next figure that I would like to showcase that's in my top 10 is the Mace Windu figure from s.h.figuarts. Now, if that isn't Samuel L. Jackson, I don't know who is. I mean, that is freaking amazing how s.h.figuarts have pretty much replicated this actor's face, and he just looks spot on. And the fact that he is so poseable and you can get him to hold his lightsaber just like this, it's just amazing. I love the posability, I love the fun factor, I love the interchangeable head that he comes with. It's just all around a great figure, and that's why I had to put him in here. Alright, moving on to some Power Rangers figures. Let's take a look at the Bandai America's Legacy line Green Ranger. Now this line, I had a lot of high hopes. And it's because, as you guys know, I am a huge Power Rangers fan. The figure itself is awesome. I love the scale. I love the posability. I love the sculpt. Everything looks spot on. The only thing I don't like is the QC issues that a lot of people have faced. They have loose joints and sometimes their pegs can break. But other than that, if you are careful with your figure and you're okay with the loose joints and whatnot, this figure is so much fun to pose around. And maybe it's the nostalgic factor once again, but as soon as they released this figure, I was going crazy over it and I knew I had to pick this one up. Alright, switching gears to Marvel Legends, we are going to take a look now at the awesome Rogue. Now, Toy Biz, long time ago, way back when, released a Rogue figure which was atrocious, and we've been dying for a new Marvel Legends version of Rogue, and they gave it to us. They gave us this awesome Jim Lee style Rogue, and it looks awesome. The articulation's great, the sculpt is great, the paint is great. This was a beautiful figure for the year 2016. Okay, next, some Pokemon action. We are going to take a look at Greninja. Now, I wanted to include Mewtwo as well, but I think Greninja will do. He will represent the Pokemon franchise by Tomy, I think it is. And yeah, they did an amazing job. As you guys know, I love Pokemon. I love Super Smash. So when they introduced Greninja here as a playable character in Super Smash, I knew I had to pick him up. I knew I had to try playing him. He didn't end up being my favorite character to play on Super Smash, but nevertheless, he was an epic character or epic Pokemon, and I am glad that he got the figure treatment. Now, one minor gripe I do have with this figure is the fact that he has a very difficult time standing, so he's just gonna chill in the back over here and just relax. Alright, and the last figure for my top 10 video is a Dragon Ball Z figure, and it's, I think, very different from a lot of other people's top 10 videos. My favorite from the line was Beerus. Now, why was it Beerus and not any of like the remake of Vegeta or any of those guys? It's because their articulation was really whack. I mean, the sculpt looked great. The paint job was it was spotty at best. I don't understand why they didn't give us more panel lining and whatnot, but it's forgivable. But the articulation, the legs, the new way that they sculpt the legs, it just makes the figure not very articulated, and that just really was a big no-no for me. Now, Beerus, on the other hand, he had lots of interchangeable parts. He had some fun factor built in with the faces that they gave him, and he was just so much fun to pose and display. So I had to throw him in here. So with that being said, this is my top 10 video. As you guys can clearly see, many different figures, many different genres, but hey, as a collector, as a fan, these were my top 10. These were my favorites for the year 2016. So in the comments section down below, let me know what you guys think about my top 10. If you guys like it, that's great. This is I guess it's my opinion. This is my collection, so this is what I liked. So if you guys have a top 10 video of your liking, please leave a link down below, or just comment down below what your top 10 figures were for the year 2016. With that being said, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to stop by and watch this video. If you like what you saw and you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you liked it. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to stop by and watch. This is Daybreak 748. I'm signing out. Peace out, guys.